Hi, this is Detroit. Today I'll be showing you my collection of miniatures that are at the 1/285th scale for the Axis and Allies board game. The miniatures that I have, though, can be used for several games, not only Axis and Allies. This particular miniature is made by a company called General Headquarters, which makes miniatures out of metal. Okay, they're highly detailed. Pricey, but if you have the money and you can afford it, why not? This particular tank that we have here is the Panzer 38, which was originally manufactured in Czechoslovakia during the late 1930s. At the beginning of the war, when Germany takes over Czechoslovakia, they realized that Czech industry was actually producing armor that was of high quality. So what they did is that the Wehrmacht in essence ordered the Czech industry to produce the T-38 Panzer for their war effort. Okay, this particular tank, the Panzer 38, weighed approximately 9 tons. Okay, the next tank that I have is a medium tank, which is called the Panzer Mark III. Okay, this tank was about 23 tons, which was slightly bigger than the T-38, than the Panzer 38. Okay, it was very versatile. It was basically used in every front of the war. Basically, this tank was very effective in battle. The particular color scheme that I have for both of these tanks here is Panzer German gray. Okay, my next tank is let me see if I can find it here in my collection. Is also a medium tank. It's called the German Panzer Mark IV. Okay, if you notice, they're very similar. The 4 and the 3 are very similar in nature. Okay, the slight difference is that the turret is a little bit bigger. It has 8 wheels on its tracks instead of 6. Okay, the 3 and 4 were the backbone of the German army during the early days of the war. However, actually the Panzer the Mark IV weighed about 25 tons. They were the backbone of the German army when they invaded France, Poland, and Russia. However, there were certain deficiencies that became obvious when they confronted the Russian T-34, which, for all intents and purposes, outclassed both the Mark III, the 4, and the Panzer 38. So the German industry started producing a tank which is called the Panther Tank. Okay, which is right here. Let me see if I can fit it in. All right. The Panzer IV, actually the Panther, weighed approximately 47 tons, was obviously much bigger than both the 3, the 4, or the Panzer 38. Okay. It had sloped armor, and this way incoming shells would literally just bounce off the tank. And it also had much thicker and heavier armor, which in essence provided better protection for the tank and its crew inside. I here also have another Panther, okay, with a different color scheme, which is a lighter green, which might have been seen at the latter stages of the war. My next tank is probably one of the better known tanks of the war. Most people find it as their favorite tank. It's the Tiger Tank. Tiger Tank weighed about 56 tons. I have here this particular model is also made. All of these models are made by GHQ, by the way. The ones that I'm showing you right now, I'll show you some others that are made by other companies, which I also have for my collection and which I utilize for board gaming purposes. This is the Tiger Tank, weighed about 56 tons, made by GHQ. But I have 2 other models of same scale, which are made by Historical Board Gaming. You could go to their website, historicalboardgaming.com, and you could actually buy these tanks at a very affordable price. I believe they're something like 30-50 cents a piece, which is ridiculously cheap, I would say. Let me see if I can try to focus there. If you see, it's made out of, they're made out of plastic, unlike the GHQ, which are made out of metal. See the caving inside, and they're not that bad. They're actually very detailed. They're a lot of fun to paint also, but they lack the detail that GHQ models have. I have another one here with a desert camel scheme. Okay, it's also made by Historical Board Gaming. Okay, let me focus out a little bit so I could make more room so I could show you the other miniatures that I do have. Okay, the next tank is the German King Tiger. Okay, which was a beast of a tank. I think it weighed about 66 or 67 tons. It was a very big, heavy tank, very powerful. Unfortunately for the Germans, the German King, the King Tiger had problems. It was rushed into production. They were confronted with transmission problems and engine problems, so the tank tended to break down very easily. Also, they had an issue of gas, of fuel. At the end of the war, the Germans just did not have enough gas to properly supply their armored divisions to effectively fight the war, especially when they countered at the Ardennes, the Battle of the Bulge, where they literally just ran out of gas. All right, let me see what else I have here. I have a APC, or it's actually a personnel carrier, half-track, also by GHQ, General Headquarters. Very highly detailed German Panzer Gray. Okay. Again, made out of metal. Let me see if I can focus out a little bit there so you guys can better see what I'm showing you. Then I have two half tracks that are made out of plastic. Okay. This particular model actually came with the Axis and Allies board game, which pretty nice, nicely detailed. It's not yet finished. I'm in the process of finishing it up now. This other one, though, I'm sorry, not this one. This is actually, they're the same. The one that I meant to take out from my collection is this one over here. Okay, if you notice, that particular model is made by Historical Board Gaming, and it's actually better detailed. Okay, it's also the same half track. Okay, but it has more detail, which lends itself for better painting and actually more fun when playing any board games, especially Axis and Allies. All right, let me see. I'm a little clustered here and I'm making somewhat of a mess. All right, there we go. That works. All right. The next unit that I have is also made or sold by GHQ, General Headquarters, and it's a German truck. I believe this was a manufactured by Daimler-Benz, also again by GHQ. A lot of detail, very nice, which I utilize to play also Axis and Allies or any other board games or tactical strategy games that are period based. Okay. Then I have here 88mm anti-aircraft gun that was utilized by the German army against aircraft. The Germans found out that this particular unit was actually very effective against enemy armor. The barrel or the gun, the 88mm, was actually introduced into German armor like the Tiger tank or the King Tiger tank. Okay, very effective anti-aircraft gun and deadly when confronting enemy armor or infantry for that matter. Okay, and that's about it for my collection. I have many more of each. Of course, I can't show all of them to you. But it's what I have. Okay, I find that when you paint your miniatures, that it provides for a better experience when playing any type of game. It's more fun not only for yourself but your friends. It adds realism to the game. I know that I've seen many other hobbyists paint their miniatures much better than mine, and they do, I tell you right now, a heck of a great job at it. I try to be as good as they are, but for that reason, I try to add as much realism and as much as detail as possible to my miniatures. I've introduced some weathering to my miniatures. Okay, this way, the game, the miniatures look like if they've actually been in action, like if they've actually been out in the field fighting every day. All right, so thank you for taking the time to see my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it provides you some background and where you could go. Remember, you could buy, if you can afford to buy the GHQ General Headquarters. They have a great website, little pricey, but very highly detailed. If you can't afford that, you could always go to historicalboardgaming.com, and they provide a wide array of miniatures, World War II miniatures, World War I. Also, they sell at very affordable prices, and their miniatures are actually very well detailed. Not as good as GHQ, but very well detailed. In any case, my next video I hope you watch will be I'll be showing you my Luftwaffe collection, and I hope you watch it. Thank you.